Okay, class. I think in last class, which was directly shared through YouTube, this much we have seen the different operations. Today, we'll be going ahead with the four important operations which will be helping us to understand the pattern matching concept in brief. Okay, so the first operation that we'll be seeing is substring. Substring is a part of the string. Substring, you might have heard the word substring. It is a part of the string. Let me explain you how it is a substring. Let us say you have a string saying that maybe, yeah, uh, elephant, say elephant, okay, elephant. Out of this, the substring I can say a and t, and because this is, whether this is a substring, yes, you can see a and t is available, so this is a part of as an substring. This is called as substring of elephant, right? So we will be getting the substrings from the strings. So for that you required the actual string, just like here elephant, and to get the substring you should know the starting point कि बाबा आपको कहाँ से लेना है. So I want to get it from A and T, which is till this much. I want a part of the string that is A and T that I'll be getting. So you required initial length. So what is, if you start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, total 9 characters are there. So my sixth position, I will say here, it is initial with the sixth. And what is the length? A and T has length is 3. So I will say 6, from start from the 6, and it considers 3 lengths. So 6, 7, and 8. Till 8th, you can find A and T. So it will capture. So it will take A and T and it will throw here. Okay, so what is the substring of this string? If it is, I will say s equals to, okay, so it will give me answer as a and t. Okay, this is how you will be getting the substring. Okay, so it is going to have, it is going to have three parameters, three parameters. One of them is the string itself through which you have to get the substring. The next is the initial value, that is the starting point to fetch the substring, to fetch the substring. And the last is the length, because if you start from the initial position to fetch the substring, from that till what, so you require one length of your substring. Okay, in this case I have considered 3. So 6 plus 3 is 6th, 7th, and 8th. So if you see in the string, when you are storing the elephant, 6th, 7th, and 8th character, 6th, 7th, and 8th character, that is A and T, will be fetched. And it is a substring of the string whatever you are going to process, right? This is how the string operation, the first operation is substring. Yeah, I hope there is no problem. Anyways, there is one example that I'm saying. I'll just remove all those things. And now please see. Uh, using using this above function, there is a substring. This is what one string we have given, to be or not to be. To be or not to be. It is a string. I have said I'm going to get the substring from the fourth position, and the length is 7. And the length is 7. Now please try to understand. If I give the numbers, if because it will be easy. So this is 0, 1, this is a space, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, then this is 12 space, 13, 14, 15 is space, 16, 17. Okay, totals 18 characters are there, and if we number them from 0 to 17, so it is asking us to start from the fourth. Okay, this is was initial. So if I start with the fourth, so definitely the b, it starts with the b. From that it is saying the length of the substring is 7. So 7 plus 4 is 11. Till 11, till 11 we will be going 11th. Okay, so minus 1, so 10, so we will be coming out here, right? So 1 b e 3 4 5 6 7, till this much, right? Till n. So the answer is b or n. You can consider the characters you will be getting. The length of that substring is 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So be or n is a substring of this, and this is the output for this query. I'll give you one more query. The second query you can say substring, and I have given this is a string 4 from 4. So 4 is nothing but your position, that is a space, and end. From here you calculate the 4 length. So space itself e1, 2 and 3, that is total 4 positions. So this is how is your answer. I hope this much is clear to all. Yeah, substring is clear, guys? Yes? Any doubts?
It's
No, sir.
clear, sir.
Clear, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Let's move further with the second important uh, uh, function which is new for you, that is indexing. Index. Actually, indexing, you might have heard the index word. When you open the book, you always go for the index page, right? So what is there? The in the index page, you will be finding the concept along with the page number, where actually the position where that concept will be taught, or where that concept is mentioned in the book, right? That is the position, the page number. So indexing is finding the position where a string pattern, say p, first appears in the string t, in the given string. Okay, it is also called pattern matching. This is what actually I wanted to explain. So indexing is nothing but it is finding the position of the particular pattern that you wanted to find in the string, whether if it is available, at what, from what position it is available. So that position we will be getting from the indexing, right? So we'll be seeing here two parameters are there. One of them is the text. It is a given text job that you wanted to, from that you have to search. Another is the pattern that you are looking for, okay. Now here there are the two assumptions, two notation I will be considering p and t. P is the pattern. P is the pattern because I will be requiring two arguments for this function, and t is my text. Now what is this text and pattern? Here I have explained. If the pattern p does not appear in the text t, then the index is assigned to the value 0. The arguments text and pattern can be either string constants or string variables. Okay, now pattern that we are looking for, t is the given string from which we will be finding out the pattern. If we find the pattern, we will be getting its position if it is available. Okay, if that pattern is available, if it is a substring of the text, in another word I will say, if the pattern is a substring of the text, it will give me the position from where it starts in the text t. Okay, if it is unavailable, if it is not available, it puts the index value equals to 0. That's what we have to understand. And for this we are going to write an algorithm and a program too. Okay, and this is actually your lab term work 1. So please kindly understand the today's program as well as algorithm, so that you can implement as an your laboratory term work 1. Okay, so let's see this example. Suppose t contains the text. So this is your string t. Okay, so it has a contents as His father is the professor. Okay, his father is the professor. Then we are going to check. This is okay. I'll initialize with the t of 100. Okay. Now I'm going to search. See, this is a constant that I have given the. Now I'll be checking whether this the is a part of this text or not. Is it, guys? Whether it is a part of the text? Just check it out.
Yes, sir.
Where it is here, right? Okay, this is the example one. Now, if I go with the second index t comma then then, whether then is available in the text?
No, sir.
No.
No.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so you will say here no. Then the third, I'll go check with the third whether this is called as a space. Okay, the boxes which you have seen is considered as the space. Whether this pattern is available?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir. It's
Now,
available.
now you tell me what I say about the indexing. What is the indexing? It is the it is the
Finding the word.
no, finding the word fine, but what is actually indexing? In index in your textbook also, it what it gives when you check the index page, what actually it has?
Actual page number.
The page number, whether where that concept is been taught or where that concept is been explained, right? So here also we will be interested in getting the position where a string pattern p first appears. There may be possibility that that pattern will be available twice in the string. I'll get that example also, don't worry about that. Okay, but first where it appears, that we'll be finding out. So we'll be getting the position. Now if I consider here, what is the position that I'll be getting the? Let's make me the numbering here. uh, H will be at the 0th position, I will be at the 1 position, S will be at the 2nd position. Then there is the space which will be at the 3rd position, 4, 5, 6, 7, and like this. Okay, you can give the number, right? So can you tell me, guys, if you number it in your copies, can you tell me where this is been applied? What is the position that it will be available?
7.
How come it is here, no beta? Right?
Yes, sir.
Then
But
very
in
good.
father there th.
Yes, that's what I was talking. You will be getting the pattern in multiple ways. Okay, so if you read it, you will be getting the here also. Most of the people will be considering this the, right? Initially they have thought of this the. That's why they have said, sir, it is available. But it is available, fine, but the first the is available from the position 7th. So it is 7th position, right? Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you start it from first position, because position always starts from 1, it never starts from the 0. Index value will start from the 0th. Okay, so H1, 2, 3, space 4, 5, 6. The first T start from the 7th. So 7 THE is available. So you will be getting this answer 7. THEN is not the part of this. So as per as we have discussed, it will return the value 0. And the space th, now this is whether before this is there any space? No. So this is not the the that we are looking for. We are looking for the space the space. Then it will move ahead. Okay, here is the space the space. So from where it will start, you just start from counting from here. You are finding the first space. Okay, so 7, 8, 9, 10, space 11, 12, 13. This space is 14th. So you are getting answer is 14. Whether you understood, guys, the index, the another function, string function. Whether you understood,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
and whether you understood the pattern matching. That is very important now. The basic concept of the pattern matching, that you are looking for the particular pattern which is available in the given string or not. If it is available, get the position. That's what the indexing is all about, right? I hope the things are clear. Shall I proceed further?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So let's move ahead with the third important function of the string, that is a concatenation. I think you people have already learned about the concatenation in the first year C programming. Can somebody enlighten about that? Anyways, it is already mentioned. Concatenation. People used to say it's a joining of one string to the another, right? So it is generally represented like this: S1 concatenated or pipelined with the S2. Okay, I'll take one example so that you can understand, you just recall all the things. Suppose S1 is mark and S2 is twine. Okay, then S1 concatenated to S2 is mark twine. Is that clear, guys? I think this is much easier. Or I can take another example where I'll be concatenating with the three things. So S1 concatenated with the space concatenated to S2. So you can see here one space is been given. Actually, the concatenation is performed in C language using the strcat function. Okay, I think you people have already worked on strcat, so I need not to tell much things about it. Whether the concatenation is been clear, that much is I wanted to understand the pattern matching concept. Yes, guys, concatenation. Any doubts in the concatenation? Please tell me first.
No doubt, sir.
Okay. So that another is length, which we will be requiring. I think everybody has gone through the length of the string function. We will be requiring it to understand the concept also. So number of character in the strings. So I will not give much more focused on this. Length. Let us assume you have a one string s which is holding computer. Then length of s is 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what the length. Similarly, if I consider the length of Mark Twain equals to 10, I think you are already aware of. strlen is the function which in the C programming we have used, right? Yes. So, as it is part of string.h, you need to, before writing or in the pre-processing, you have to write the str string.h header file you have to import, right? That much you are already aware of. So these are four important functions that we will be using to understand the concept of pattern matching. Is there any doubts in the any of the four functions? If not, I'll be taking a pattern matching algorithm, and you are supposed to give complete attention to understand the concept. This is a very, very important concept. We'll be taking one algorithm, as well as I'll explain the complete concept where after these classes you will be applying for your laboratory term works. Okay. So I assume you understood the basic of four functions, and I'll be proceeding. So pattern matching is the problem of deciding whether or not a given string pattern P appears in a string text T. We assume that the length of the P does not exceeds the length of T. See, P is the pattern that we are looking for, and T is the text that we are looking into. Okay, so we are searching the pattern P into text T. Yep, that is what the basic concept. During this discussion of pattern matching algorithm, characters are sometimes denoted by lower letters. See, I'll give the notations also. Okay, and exponents may be used to denote the repetition. Just like, let us assume if we have an example, AA, BBB, ABB. This can be represented like this in the pattern matching. We can say like that. A square, that is AA, BBB, B cube, then only one A and B square, or CD cube, because CD, CD, CD. This can be, we will be, because in the textbook you will be seeing like this. So it is just the basic notation. I'm explaining you that how it is been explained. Okay. In addition, the empty string may be denoted by the Greek letter lambda. This is a lambda. Okay. This is not A. This is simply lambda. And the concatenation is denoted by dot x dot y, or simply xy. That is also possible. That is your concatenation. Okay, so let's move ahead with the certain things we require to understand some different variables also. So first pattern matching algorithm, we are going to see, it is also called as a brute force algorithm. So we compare the given string P with each of the substring T. Okay, given a pattern P with each substring of T. I'm using the word substring of T, okay, which we have already understood. Substring of T. Moving from left to right until we get a match. Until we get a match, right? Now here is a W of K. W of K. It is a substring. W is generally represented for the string. Kth is the length. Kth is the length. To find the substring, we require the actual string, then kth from where, that we have already seen the substring um, function. I'll take you back to the that function where I have said it will take three parameters as a function argument. Okay, the first is the string itself, then the initial, that is from where you have to take start the getting fetching the substring, and the length of the substring that you are going to fetch. So in the same fashion here I'm explaining you this wk substring. So this is a basic string that you on which you are going to process. This is a starting position, that's what a wk I say. Okay, then length of the p, that is a pattern, kitna length chahiye. So starting from this k till that much is the length of the pattern. Okay, so wk denote the substring of t having the same length as p. It is the same length as p and beginning with the kth character. Now the important thing is maximum value of k kitne substrings ho sakte hain, maximum substrings that can be possible from that t with length k, with the length k. So to understand that, I'll take one example. So to find that, we have one formula stating that length of t, t is the text through which you are going to get the substring, minus length of p. What is p? Is the pattern that you are looking for in the text t, plus 1. You may or may not understand the concept, the formula. I'll take that with the example here. Let us assume, guys, you have a pattern p. Okay, this has 4 characters: p of 1, p of 2, p of 3, p of 4. So length of p is 4. You have a text t which has 20 characters, so length of this is 20. Okay, now if I wanted to make the substrings, and every substring should be of length 4, can you tell me how many substrings are possible? Please consider it as a work right now. Take the page and a one pen and just get me a simple text with the 20 characters, and every substring should be of length 4. So how many substrings can be possible? Can you work on that and tell me? Say, I'll tell you. The substring 1, say it goes with the t1, t2, t3, t4. Okay, then with the length 4, w2 will start from t2 to t5, right? t2 to t5. In the same fashion, how you get the t20, 20, 19, 18, 17, that will be the last substring, right? So you will understand, you will be able to get only 17 substrings with the length 4. Now if you apply the formula that we have discussed in the previous class, here length of t was how much? It is 20, minus length of p. If you come back and see here, length of p was 4, plus 1, plus 1. Now do the calculation. 20 minus 4 is 16, plus 1. So these are the number of substrings which can be possible. Maximum number of substring, this is maximum of k, maximum number of substring which are possible from the capital T with the length of p, with the length of p, right? Is there any doubt, guys? Because this is very important concept. Any doubts whether this has been clear? Whether this has been clear?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Jyoti. Let's move ahead with another important program that I'll take up this as a algorithm. Now what we are going to see in the program also, I'll explain the complete program. Okay, so the another 15 to 20 minutes are very, very important to understand the concept. What happens with this? Okay, it is having some problem. Anyways, we'll see the folder. Okay, class. Try to understand the pattern matching algorithm. This is the first algorithm that we will be looking for. Okay. Before, definitely once you people will come back, we'll be discussing that thing once again. So I think before taking the algorithm, I'll directly move for the program itself. Okay. So before this also, I want you people to look on one of the program that I have added. Please try to go through this. Now let's assume what I'm going to do. This is my text. Kannada is a very sweet language. Okay, this is T, and the pattern that I'm looking for is the language. Okay, this is my P. So what I'll be doing, I'll be checking whether L and K are matching. No, then I will check whether L and A are matching. No, whether L and N. So we are checking the first character with this, with the all the characters which are available in a text. We are looking for whether this L and N are matched. No, whether this L and the another A that in the text will be checking out whether they are matching. No, we are just checking the first character in the P. If it match, then we'll be checking with the second character. If you are observing what I'm going to do, I'm checking the first character with one or the other characters in text. Okay, it is not match, then it match with the space also. Obviously it does not find that first character whether it is available, then it's again starts with the I. No, the same fashion we are looking for whether this uh, t of 9, t of 10, whether it is equals to p of 0. This is p of 0, this is text. Okay, no, then again we are checking. No, not at all, right? So this is how it will check with each and every character. Can anybody tell me, if I apply the indexing t comma language, what will be the answer for my query, where this will be available from what?
24.
It is 24,
24.
right? It is 24. Now these things, what is happening, it is called as a brute forcing. We are checking with each and everything. Okay, so brute force, you might have heard the word brute force, all the possible combinations we have to check. So we are checking it with the linearly fashion, whether this is correct, whether this is matching, whether this is matching. We are going to check. If I have applied the indexing of that, definitely I would have got it at 24th position, and actually at background it is following the same methods if you are going to apply the indexing. Okay, so I'll explain how this match happens with this, and once the ll matches, what all things happen will be seen once we'll match at the 24th. And that is the pattern matching concept which we'll be discussing in the example that we'll be taking through programming. Now let's see this 24th and this. So this is a t of 24, this is t of 24, this is p of 0, we'll be matching now. Okay, see in the next part how we are going to match. So this t of 24 is matched with the p of 0. Okay, match. Then I'll do t of 25 match with the p of 1. I have incremented the p variable as well as complete. Now if I find, okay, this is the pattern, is match is here, so I will say okay, yes, the match is available at the position 25, because that is 25th character. Position always starts from the 1, not the 0. Okay, hope you understood the example. Yes class, did you understand the example? Now we'll move directly to understand the concept here. Okay, so please put complete attention here. Now let us assume I'll make for p I'll make one array. It's as it is a characters string. Okay, what is the basic input in that? It is B, A, and B. Okay, in the T, for T also I'll be applying the string, and I'll put all the characters, how many characters are there in this string. Okay, what is that? It is A, triple B, then A and double B, A and double B. It's of 80, so here it is a question mark. Okay, those are the garbage value. Fine. So I'll give the number 0, 1, 2. Here also I'll put the number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on till 79. Okay. Now, okay, so this much first two steps we have done. Okay. In the third step, it is asking us to consider R, S, K, L, max, and index. So here only I'll do certain things. I'll create the memory location for R, S, and then K, then L. This is for max, and last is index. Okay. Okay. Then this is done. CLR is set fine. Now here I'm going to do R is initialized with strlen of P. Can you tell me what is the value of R? strlen of P, string length of P. Yes. R is initialized with the value.
3.
Sorry.
3.
Yeah, it's 3. Correct. Yeah, because the length in the P is 3. S is initialized with the strlen of T. Can you tell me this? S is initialized with the string length of T. How many characters are on the T? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8. Okay. K is initialized. So this is done. This is done. K is initialized with the 0. So put the value 0. Max equals to S minus R. So can you tell me the max value? Max value S minus R.
5.
5. Very good. Okay. So this much is done. Now it starts with the looping. Before starting execution of this, you should understand the scope of the loop. Okay. So if you start, the while scope is this much, you can check. Then if is this much, else is obviously if there is no scope, only one line. In the same way, for there is you don't see any scope, by default it is one line, so it starts from here, and but inside that there is if ka bhi scope by default one line, so I will say if is this much, if is this much, for is this much. Okay, else is this much, then this if is the scope is this much. Is that clear, guys? Any doubts on this? Please tell me fast. Is there any doubts?
No, sir.
Hope you understood the scopes. Scopes are very important to understand this. Okay. Okay. Now let me proceed further. Now the first statement is while k is less than max. What is the value of k? 0. What is the value of max? So condition true or false? It is true. Condition is true. K is less than 0 is less than 5. Yes. So I'll go inside. The first statement I'll say for L equals to 0. So initialize L with the 0 value. Okay. L is initialized with 0. L is less than R. Yes. Condition true. 0 is less than 3. Yes. Okay. Then get inside. You know how to implement for loop? Yes or no? Whether you are aware of for loop. Okay. The first two statements will be, yeah, very good. Thank you. Then it go ahead with us inside the loop. So here we are checking with if P of L. P is string. P of L. What is the value of L? What is the value of L?
0.
So P of 0. What is a P of 0? P of 0 is B. Not equals to T of K plus L. What is K? K is 0. L is 0. K plus L is 0. T of 0. So B, T of 0 is A. P of 0 is B. B is not equals to A. Condition true or false? B not equals to A. True or false? True or false?
True.
True.
True. So if it is true, it will execute the break statement. It will execute the break statement. So it will directly break the for loop. It will break the loop. So before this, what was the loop? For. So here it comes. It will check if L equals to R, whether L equals to R. No, it will not execute this much. Else it will directly come. It will say K should be incremented by 1. So K, which was initialized with 0, now it will be 1. Right? Hope you are understanding. Now this is the end of the while loop. So you know while loop, again it will go back and comes here. Now the updated value of K is 1. 1 is less than equals to max. What is the max? 5. So condition true, right? Here it once again come inside. Now once again, as we are visiting the loop, while loop once more time, and we have to initialize for loop, that L will be initialized again with the 0, again with the 0, and 0 is less than R, condition true. Here it comes, if P of L, you may say, sir, P of L, L did not change, but what about the K? K is changed, right? So we are checking. Please try to understand. You need to have a complete patience and attention to understand this concept. Okay. L value is 0. P of 0 not equals to T of K value is 1. L value is 0. So we are comparing B with T of 1. Initially we have compared with the T of 0. Now we are comparing with the B with 1. You remember the previous video that we have watched, right? एक एक कैरेक्टर आपको चेक करते जाना है. वैसे आई एम चेकिंग विद नाउ. आई अंडरस्टूड देयर इज नो मैच, so I'm comparing it with the second character. So T of 1, whether P of 0 equals to not equals to T of 1, condition true or false? Condition is true. B not equals to B is not equals to A. So it will break, it will come here, it will check whether L equals to R. It is not. It will not go inside this. It will come to the else part and it will increment K. K becomes 2, guys. Yeah. Again, this is the scope of the while. It will go and check the condition with the K less than equals to max. 2 is less than equals to max. Yeah. Okay. Just check it out. Next. Again, for L is initialized with 0. 0 is less than R, condition true. Here I will check if P of L, P is 0, not equals to T of K. K is incremented by 1, that is 2. 2 plus 0, that is 2. Now we are comparing B with this B. This is been checked. What you say? Is it true or false, guys? P of 0 compared with T of 2. T of 2, K plus L.
False.
False. Yeah, it is false. B not equals to B, it is false. So it will not break the statement. Okay, it will start executing from here only. Right? It has not broken the complete loop statement. It will start executing, saying that now you are going to compare L and R. No, and simply you are coming out and say K equals to K plus 1, which is again becoming 3. But in this, sorry, I made one mistake. Okay, let it be 2. As it is not breaking, you know, the for loop, again this for loop will move back from here, and here L value get incremented, which was 0. It will say make it 1, because we got the first match. Well, a character is matched, not the whole string. We have to check for the whole pattern, right? So L is getting incremented. Again it check. Now incremented value is 1. 1 is less than R. 3. Yes. So again check P of 1. Now you will be checking. Till this you were checking L was been 0. So we are checking P of 0. As we got the match, first character match, we are checking with the second character. That's why I have incremented the L value, it becomes 1. Now P of 1, that is A. This this is going to match with T of K plus L. K was 2, L is 1, 2 plus 1, 3. So we are going to match this with this, whether they are same. So P of L, P of 1 not equals to T of 3. Tell me whether it is true or false.
True.
True.
True, because A not match with the B. So as it is true, it will break. So जो हमने किया था हमें समझ में आया, next character is not matching with the next character of T. So it is not the pattern that we are looking for, right? Hope you are understanding. So it will break the loop, it will start executing the further part. If L equals to R, whether what is the value of L? 1, R 3. So it will not get executed. Here it comes. Else is saying that okay, K value you increment with just let me use the eraser. सब कुछ मिटा दिया मैंने, वाह. Okay, let me take the pen. Now it was 2, now it is incremented to 3. Okay, so again it goes here, K value 3 is less than equals to max, condition true. And for again which was initialized with the 1, here it will again start with the 0. Here it again starts with the 0. L value is again start with the 0. Okay, now P of 0 is does not match with K plus L. So 3 plus 1. Now we are going to check. Okay, चलो बेटा तुम तो मैच नहीं हुए, क्या आप मैच हो पाओगे? We have changed the value of L from 1 to 0 and we have incremented the kth value. Whether they are same, BB, yes, they are same. So here again L value get incremented, L value becomes again 1. Okay, now P of 1. Now this A is compared with this, the next character B. Again it will say it is not finding the match. So the for loop again it will break. Okay, L equals to R, it will check, it is not, else K get incremented, K value becomes is 4. And again this for while loop, K as 4 is less than equals to max, condition true. Here L value which was become 1, it again becomes 0. It again becomes 0. In the next part we are checking if P of L, that is P of 0 not equals to T of K plus L. So K value is 4 plus 0, that is 4. Now we are checking with this B is compared with this. Now please guys try to see, because we are getting the pattern now. This is very important. Now P of 0 match with T of 4, condition true or false?
True.
True. B not equals to B.
False.
False. Yeah.
False.
So we, as this is false, we are not executing this. The break will not get executed. So loop will be continued, and we will get L value which is 0. Now it will get incremented to 1. Yeah. It is incremented to 1. So again here when 1 is less than 3, that is our condition true. Here it comes P of 1. Now we are checking the second character in the pattern, whether this is match P of 1 with T of K plus L. What is K? K is 4. What is L? 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. So we are comparing the P of 1 compare with the T of 5. What is that? So this A is compared with this, whether it is true or false. P of 1, that is A, not equals to T of 5, that is A. Condition true or false? False.
False.
False means we are not going to break it, right? So it will again get incremented the L value. L now it incremented to 2, right? 2 is less than 3. If you can understand this condition, 2 is less, condition is true. So here we'll come and say if P equals to L. So what is the L? 2. P of 2 not equals to T of K plus L. K is 4 plus 2 6. We are working with the sixth character. So this will be checked. Okay, this will be checked, and this will be checked as, so P of 2, that is B, not equals to T of K plus L, that is 4 plus 2 6, that is also B. B not equals to B, condition false.
False.
So it will say get increment the L. L becomes now 3. whether 3 is less than 3, L value, updated value of L is 3, is initialized with the 3 is less than 3, condition true or false, guys? Tell me this.
False.
Condition is false. So it will not execute this much portion. As condition is false, for loop will not be executed. कहाँ तक? जहाँ तक उसका scope है. So here it comes. The next line it will execute. It will check whether L equals to R. L equals to R.
True.
True. Very good. It will go inside this. So index value, now it is saying the value of k. What is the value of k? K is holding
4.
k is holding 4. So index में आ गया आपका 4. Getting what was the index? It is the first match. It's a position where we get the first match. जब check it out, कहाँ पे मिल रहा है आपको फर्स्ट मैच? 1 2 3 4 कि यहाँ से मिलना चालू हो गया था आपको, if you remember,
Yes,
right?
sir.
That's what the index value, and we are simply breaking. now ये जो break हो रहा है ना, ये break पूरा का पूरा हो जाएगा पूरा, क्योंकि इसके ऊपर का for loop नहीं था, उसके ऊपर बाद में कौन आ गया? while. So we are completely coming out of this because we got the pattern. We are interested only the first pattern. We are not interested in the second pattern. Got it? So we are coming out and we are saying if k is greater than max, what was the k value? 4. What is the maximum value? 5. So condition true. K is
False.
greater than max. False. Okay, it is false. Actually that situation comes when you did not find any pattern. So at that time we will be making index equals to -1. -1 means the pattern is not available. So this is false. We will be coming and executing this part. Print p equals to percentages p. What it will print, guys? What is the answer of this? Printf p. It is saying percentages p. P का value क्या था आपका? P का value था
4.
आपका b 4. No रे, you are printing percentages string BAB.
AB.
Yeah. In the same fashion, I'm going to
AB.
print T. What was the T? It was A, then triple B, then A, and double B. Along with that, now it is checking if index equals to, what is the value of index? Is 4. Is it equals to -1? No. So this statement will not get executed. It will else, it will say backslash of n, backslash of P. P does not exist in T. Yeah, it was wrong. Just a minute. Index not equals to -1. 4 not equals to -1, condition true or false? 4 not equals to -1, condition is
True.
true. If it is true, it will execute this statement. What was that? Backslash of n, index of p in T is the value, that is 4, right? Whether you understood?
Yes, got it.
You got it? Hope you understood the how the pattern matching does the complete program, right, guys? And this is your output that you will be getting. P is BAB, T is this is, and this is what the fourth. Please tell me whether you understood the concept or not. Don't worry, I'll show you the one video once again. Just go through this and just relate what we have studied in the program, whether this is the same that we are saying it. Okay, so here we will be checking. This is our text T, this is our P, this is our P. We'll be checking the first character in the text with the first character in P. Okay, if it matches, then only we'll be checking with the other characters in P pattern. Otherwise we'll be simply checking all one by one characters in the text with the first character in P. That's it. If the whole substring is matching, then only we'll say the pattern is available. Otherwise the pattern is not available. That's how the concept is, right? I don't know why it is not running. Anyways, I'll send the videos also. It is with me. So first of all, whether you people understood, right? That is very important. Yeah, I hope you people understood the concept. In the next class, we'll be seeing the second algorithm. There are the two algorithms that we need to see. In the next class onwards, we'll be taking up the second algorithm also. I was expecting you to put your USN as an your attendance. You have not done it. Anyways, fine. I have the recording. I can take the attendance also from here only. Okay. So if you have any doubts, you please keep asking. If you don't have, I think you have another class. You can move ahead. And in the next class, you'll be getting your second assignments also, or your quiz will be seeing. Okay, class? Keep learning, and if you have doubts, keep asking. Thanks then. You can leave and attend the another class. Thank you, class.